Rihanna, Lady Gaga oder auch der Lil Wayne lassen sich zwischendurch gerne mal vom amerikanischen Fashion Designer Jeremy Scott einkleiden. Neben seiner aktuellen Kollektion bringt der kreative Herr auch gerade noch 3 Uhrendesigns für Swatch auf den Markt. Ein Einblick in seine Fall Fashion Show in New York und natürlich die neuesten Must-Haves von Swatch gibt's ganz genau jetzt.
Fashion is definitely still the way of expressing myself, as well as a way to express my mood. Also indicating the tribe you come from. You identify yourself and the people that you like, the music that you like, the places you go, the political views you have, the stances you take.
Do you have a line?
The day of the show is always a bit stressful no matter what. Fashion can be quite cruel with its timing and deadlines because there is still a little bit more room for things to be late, let's say. At a certain moment, you're going to have to start the show and you really better be ready because if you're not, you're going to have to start the show anyway.
My name is on the list.
What list? Miss Thing, there is no guest list tonight.
This collection is really inspired by my memory of getting ready to go out to parties and to clubs when I was going to college, and the enthusiasm that I had, as well as my friends had, for getting dressed up and to really show the world who they were. It's always very chaotic after the show. It's so exciting, of course, because you're seeing all these people that you know, work with, love, have relationships with. It's just part of that whole process of the show and the momentum of everything to the finale of it being actually finally over. For me, I love working with icons, be it Madonna, Rihanna, Gaga, Katie, or Kanye, or be it Swatch. Why would I want to make a plain old watch when I can make a swatch? I was really excited when I went to Times Square and saw the store, especially with the billboard right there on Valentine's Day. Went up and got to see a giant photo of myself in Times Square, especially since Oprah was the one right next to me. It was just like her and I hanging out in Times Square.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so great honor to have with us Jeremy Scott.
When I was proposed to do 3 watches, it was pretty instantaneous for me what they would look like. I was very certain that I wanted to do one with wings. It only made sense also to have wings on a watch so I could say that time flies. The second one would be the frame, as I have always loved the ornate and the rococo and the gilded looks of this kind of time and period and that kind of feeling, and as well as the fact that the swatch is a work of art itself, so I'm framing the swatch itself. The lightning bolt would have been the third one I would have thought of, and I think that one was just quite simple from when I started to sketch the watch on a piece of paper. It was just the natural inclination of my hand to just create this lightning bolt. Everyone's reaction's been so enthusiastic about the watches, I couldn't be more pleased. Swatch is one of my favorite companies, and as a 14-year-old buying my first Swatch, I would have never dreamed that I would have the opportunity to create my own. And then to be able to create ones that have inspired people today is actually a dream come true.
Weiter geht's mit Uhren für ein Kobners Zielpublikum. Der CEO Roger Dubuis vom gleichnamigen Schweizer Brand ladet höchstpersönlich zur Vernissage von seiner neuesten Kollektion ein. Natürlich mit Diner und jeder Menge Prominenz.
Well, we had the Hotel de Paris. And we have the cocktail area before we enter our gala diner.
We're here for the launch of Modegasque, of course, by the new range of watches by Roger Dubuis.
I do like Monte Carlo. I often go to Monte Carlo, and it's a beautiful time as well.
I'm very honoured to be here with Roger Dubuis, and I think it is very apt that he should be here, because actually time currency makes sense to me.
The pieces are stunning. I mean, when you wear a piece by the company, you really do feel empowered in some respects. It's inspired by a product called the Sympathy, which is an early product Roger Dubuis, which we reworked. We're basically relaunching it. It's more an elegant product in our line, being complementary to the more sporty or sports elegant watch, and obviously also the women's watches.
They're very much singularly crafted, they're not mass-made at all, and behind the watches you can see all the clockwork, they expose all the clockwork, so it's just amazing to see that.
I like them very much. I'm very into watches that have very little sense of bling to them, so if it's understated and it's elegant and it doesn't do too much on your wrist, then I'm happy with it.
I think the Roger Dubuis watch is very unique. I think it's very unique. It's very stylish, and it has a lot of meanings in their watches.
I'm definitely really excited to be here, and I mean, it's such a pleasure to see all these people together, coming together for Roger Dubuis, and it's everybody's so glamorous, and it's just wonderful.
It's my favorite watch ever. I'm saying ever, right?
It's always great to get a chance to sing for a new crowd, and obviously the fancy watch crowd is a valuable crowd. I will have an album out in the spring. I'm going to record an album in just a few weeks, so I've been writing and arranging tunes for that.
Welcome on stage, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Curtis Tigers.
That's all right, mama. That's all right with you. That's all right, mama, yeah. Any way you do, that's all right.
Well, I'm going to open 2 stores in China. That's my first. That will be my first stores in China. But I'm quite excited too, because I'm opening my first store in Italy, and it's going to be Rome, and it's going to be very soon. And as I love Rome, the link between a beautiful watch, for instance, and some beautiful shoes is that you basically, they have to make you feel good, and tonight was a great example. I had really the best time.
Ladies and gentlemen, good night.
Nach so vielen Uhren haben wir ja schon fast wieder Zeit vergessen. Das wäre es für diese Woche. Ich freue mich, euch auch in der nächsten Sendung wieder begrüßen zu dürfen. Star News immer am Dienstag am 7. natürlich nur hier auf Star TV. Tschüss zusammen.